So now we come to the part where we talk about Mr. Singh as a leader, right? Long journey, handled large size teams, all sizes of teams and everything. So what is the most difficult part of being a leader?
So there are again two things. If you want to be a leader, and again in the manufacturing type of industry,
Right.
now it's somewhat matured, but I have seen the era where the leaders,
Right.
who are the leaders in manufacturing? They're the manufacturing guys, not IT guys.
Right.
So I am there in my department here, but I have to convince them
True.
and also to my team.
True.
So to make satisfied or happy to both the things, like the management, who is actually a non-IT guy, but their importance is for the production, kitna ho raha, kya ho raha hai.
Right.
And then my team, if they are saying something and management is saying something and rule is saying third thing, and because of considering all this, weighing everything together,
Right.
correct, it's a most difficult part, and we have to be we can say the middle for this.
True.
Both the things, and
Balance it
explaining them
between.
ki boss, yes, what you are saying is also correct, production is very important, business is very important, but sir, this is also important. To explain them and saying them.
Right.
Or else various times, so to keep them happy as a leader there and keep everything stable. You might have heard also that IT team has to work in the night 24/7. अरे बॉस तू कब देगा? रात को 2 बजे फ्री होगा, ठीक है बॉस, 2 बजे my team will come and do your work.
Right.
Because both things, keeping them and making happy at one stage is very difficult.
Right.
That is the thing. And if whosoever do that, so touch wood, I have done that as I'm from manufacturing. So that is the thing we can say. It's very difficult task for us.
Different stakeholders.
But that has to be done.
Done.
Stakeholder and my team, to both,
True.
at one place.
True.
But team aake bolta, team is not that matured what I am.
Hi.
Because they are the very, very brilliant in technology and everything, but people management.
Yes.
And I'm not blaming them. That way it is. Correct?
True. They'll also come
if
up the ladder in time.
They will come. But when they are coming, sir, ये अभी क्या अभी होना चाहिए नहीं तो problem हो जाएगा. And how to do that? And then somebody is saying, no, it is not happening. It will not do. We have to do this. And then somebody, he is explaining us. And then we have to come to the conclusion, boss, yes, we'll do. That way, managing and motivating both. Get
Negotiating,
motivate and
motivate.
I have to get motivate from my management and motivate to my team.
True. True. Now, what is the one mistake you see leaders doing very frequently?
Achha, in any parlance,
Right.
if this I can say this is not for IT, but anywhere you say leader as a thing.
Right.
It's what I have seen, and I have seen some leaders in my career too. Normally, what happens? There is always a pressure of work.
Correct.
You talk about anything, IT, non-IT, production, non-production,
True.
quality,
Very
whatsoever. There are always something numbers. If you talk about sale has to achieve this, production this. They have got some numbers. Bottom line, top line. दुनिया का pressure होता है. Correct? It is there.
True.
But what leader is doing, various time what I've seen, they are directly putting that pressure to the team.
Right.
And they are not thinking that it is not the only thing.
Correct.
Pressure is there, everything is there. You should see the development of people first, what they are doing. You should understand their, we can say, the capabilities also and area also.
Right.
Various time in the organization, there are the team, one person doesn't come, अरे तू रात भर रुक के खत्म करे, होना ही चाहिए. It happens. We also do. I also do. But where is the mistake? What they do is that we don't know this has to be happen. कैसा भी करो, ये भी करो, वो भी करो. These are the things, because we have to first understand our team properly.
Right.
Correct? Then the job, and we should not come into only the pressure that कि आपने को ये achieve करना है, खत्म, by hook or crook.
Right.
Not in this parlance. You put it that we have to do at some places, but not always. Even if by hook or crook we say this is a very good for saying, but at that time we should also think about the other side of it. If something is happening, how it is happening and what that particular person is. Now, various leaders are saying, you do this, I want this, that's all, full stop. I don't know what is happening, I want this. This should not happen. We should get it done that, but how? That is very important from them. And then not that the pressure which you are putting on that, never. And it happens. In everywhere it happens. बॉस के बॉस ने बॉस को गाली दिया, उसने पूरी टीम को गाली दे दिया, खत्म. We don't know. That is creating a pressure everywhere.
True.
Don't lose your pressure down. Don't lose your pressure, because the way you are, at more the leadership, more pressure. Nobody knows this, because at this age we are not doing anything by hand.
Right.
But we have got more pressure than the people who is doing by hand. The doer. Doer knows that he has to do this and they are doing. But for us, every time there is a change.
True.
Today we have to do this, today we have to do that. And it gets changed because business is dynamic. And for every leader, it's a dynamic. True. And it will be dynamic and it has to be dynamic. Correct. So that is unsaid. There we should not. But what leader can do? He should not pass on his pressure on team without understanding.
True.
That's all.
Very right.
And it is happening. And because of that, there is also a good statement saying that people don't leave the company, they leave the leaders. It happens. So first thing is that how we can manage that. That is very important. It is happening. We have seen various places. So that is the major mistake some of the leaders are doing, we can say.
Yes. Again, a long career, a long journey. What is your secret sauce of leadership? What's some principles, leadership principles that you follow?
And it's very good. And see, I have also learned and then I am doing.
Right.
So I may rate myself maybe 70, 80, not 100, not 90 also. Correct. In the leadership also. Correct. But I consciously learning that habits. And I am following various habits.
Right.
First and foremost, what we have to do is that we have to develop our team.
Correct.
See, the thing is that it should not happen that we want to do something and we have hired a person from outside and it will run. No. When you have got your team, that your human resource, your team, correct, is an asset. So first thing is that develop them. Understand the potential between your team.
Right. Individual potential
and then team potential. Correct? Once we know that, understand their weakness, which is called SWOT.
Right.
When we are doing, I do my own self SWOT every time. Similarly, we have to do SWOT of our team. And then we have to see what requires for him as an improvement. And we have to give them that. Right. So train your people always. Develop them. Develop always. What I do and which is must. This has given me twofold return. First thing is that he himself is satisfied. So it helps me for the retention.
Right.
Other thing is organization getting help. That people is there. True. Other thing I do is that in the team, I change the roles various time. So people are learning. They also get सारा कुछ नया सीखने को मिल रहा है. They learn, and then I also get the benefit that if sometimes somebody leaves or maybe on leave, marriage है, कुछ है, गाँव गया, इधर गया, उधर गया, somebody is taking care of it.
Right.
So that is the second thing what I do, and the major thing what we have to look into it is that lead by example. We have to be clear about this. All the technologies should not be expert, but we should be clear what it is. So when we are telling someone to do something, we have to be follower of that particular maybe policy, maybe technology, whatsoever is there.
Right.
So that is called lead by example. Because if we do that mistake or if we say, नहीं यार, मैं तो boss हूँ, मेरे को तो ये rights होना चाहिए, ये है, वो है, you do this, correct? And if somebody comes to you, sir, I have tried, but it can't be done.
Right.
There also we should be in the position to maybe tell him, explain him, see him. We can also learn. Sure. Maybe using the various this thing. We also don't know anything, correct? We also not the person who knows everything, correct? There is a new technology. We are doing something. Yes, पढ़ो, read करो. Google पे जाओ. है Google बाबा किसके लिए है? Go on that, learn the articles.
Correct.
Do some. I am today also. Now also I am doing various courses, online courses. You will not believe, I have done the basic course of SharePoint in the pandemic. Why I have to do SharePoint now? But I have done in this thing that we want to do this. Yes, my team member was doing. But I said, yeah, I will also do. So I have done that. We have implemented there in the old organization.
Okay.
Why I have done? Because I am, as I said, any leader, it is also for leader, also for any actually individual who has to make a career in his life. That's all.
True.
Because nowadays nothing is permanent. Right? Gone that days. Not IT anywhere. Competition is very high. Whatsoever you are doing today, it is not applicable today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. It is not applicable.
Correct.
So you have to learn what is happening. So I do various courses. I learn. I have done, as I said, I have done ISMS. I have again done that. I have done on the older version. I have done again 2013 certification.
Wow.
Because it is changing. All the need in information security is changing. So what it is? I have to go and have to do.
True.
DNV ka beech mein tha. I have done that certification. Wow. I have done certification for cloud also.
Wow.
Because we should have that knowledge. Otherwise, as I say, the qualities of leadership is that when you know something, then and other very important quality of leader is unlearning and asking your team to do the thing. You complete this full stop. How? Don't tell them. Because you don't know. If I know, I will know of maybe of the 2000 series, this thing, 2005 mein kya hota, 6 mein kya hota, then I can explain them. But today it is not at all in the place.
Correct.
It is not applicable. And आज जो बंदा निकलता है ना कॉलेज से, that is more talented than me. He has got a good techniques than me.
Right.
I as a leader has to just give him the direction wherever he want. I don't have to go. So I have to tell them, do this, and I have to manage people, not manage activities. If I go and manage the activities, it will be a disaster.
True.
कैसे कर रहा है, क्या कर रहा है? No need, boss. You do this. And when he comes and he does, it surprises sir, boss. ऐसा भी होता है. I am not aware. This is the fastest way, easiest way, and more secured way what you are doing. And I was not aware.
True.
There are things. So these are the 2-3 things every leader has to do, because this is applicable in all industry. Whatsoever anybody is doing, because when we say leader, so it has got an experience of 20 plus years.
Right.
So what he has done 10 years or 15 years before is not applicable today.
Absolutely.
There are people, अरे हमारे जमाने में ऐसा होता है, joke करके ठीक है boss, वो जमाना गया. So now we have to work in the way it is required.
True.
And who will explain us? Who will teach us? The younger generation.
Absolutely.
They can teach you what it is happening. But you should be ready to listen.
And absorb.
And all leaders should be a good listener. नहीं तो होता क्या है? Because see, this I have learned from my boss, older boss.
Yeah.
He used to say, whenever somebody comes, when we ask a vendor or service provider to come, he is explaining us something, and in between हम लोग अपना बात करते रहते. तो he used to very much silent. वो ऐसा सुनता रहता था. Yeah. I used to sit as in between. I used to talk something. Then he said, Subhash, we are here to learn. What you know, don't tell. You learn. सुन ले क्या बोल रहा है. You just listen.
True.
And then he has given me at that time, Guru Mantra is that you are not good listener. I am saying 15 years back.
Oh.
So I worked on that.
Okay.
So if you talk about what is the weakness, that at that time I was not that. Then yes, good. So I worked on it. So the thing is that whatsoever he is saying, first listen it, get it, and then you talk. Because he knows better than you.
True.
Even you think that you know better, but there are some of the things he knows. So we have to take up that.
True. I agree. Well, I think those are some wonderful pearls of wisdom that you shared with us right now. So thank you so much for sharing about leadership.
It's an experience. It's nothing like that. It happens.
True.
And also I have learned from my leaders.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's I have learned, and then I am doing that.
You were able to say that today. And plus you've implemented all of that.
Yes.
So it's been great.